esteemed colleagues, honored guests and friends, ladies and gentlemen, before I thank you on behalf of Strategy International, as a native of the city of Thessaloniki, let me welcome you to a city that celebrates 100 years from its inception. On behalf of Strategy International, we are greatly honored and pleased to welcome you to our third annual international conference held here at Porto Palas in a city, again, that celebrates 100 years from its inception. Our first conference 3 years ago highlighted NATO's strategic concept. Last year, we examined new security challenges in the peripheries of southeastern Europe and the Balkans. This year, amidst the financial and social turmoil evident throughout the world, we are set to discuss a new era of security through development globally. We are to discuss development opportunities through global security challenges, North Atlantic security through the Mediterranean, southeastern Europe. Thank you. Transatlantic relations through global investment, discuss opportunities in energy, security, and technology innovations, and enjoy the fortune to hear keynote speeches from our Vice President of our Hellenic Democracy and the Minister of Defense of the Hellenic Republic. Our speakers this year stem from France, Italy, Germany, Cyprus, the UK, the United States, as well as renowned politicians of our homeland, and current military and former military members. Maya Angelou, a renowned poet of the 21st century, once said, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." I firmly believe, with such topics being addressed, this year's conference will indeed allow you to feel an excitement of a new area of opportunity worth exploring. I do invite all of you to approach this year's event with a spirit of discovery in mind, taking advantage of the many, many ways in which you too might explore something that is completely unfamiliar and discover a great deal in process. Before I introduce our first speaker of the day, I'd like to thank our sponsors with whom the conference, or whom without the conference, would not be what it is today. I'd like to thank Sakulas Publications for the beautiful folders and everything else that you see around you. I'd like to thank Inoa Fendouli, who's the public diplomacy attaché from NATO and a personal friend, and without whom we wouldn't be what we are today. I'd like to thank the Honorable Christian Timonier, the Consul General of France here in Thessaloniki, who's been a great supporter of an idea that started about 3 or 4 years ago. I'd also like to thank the Navarino Network, as well as Iris from France, who sent 2 fabulous, fabulous speakers today. Our next guest is really, it's an honor for me to introduce. He's actually taken over office 2 years ago, and I'm proud to say that he is turning the city that I was born and raised to a city that we'll always love. He's turned, I believe, the Saint Sophia pedestrian way right there. He's in charge of all environmental issues, and he's a firm believer that change will happen and is happening right now. I'm pleased to introduce Mr. Kostas Zervas, Vice Mayor of Thessaloniki for environmental issues.